So my name is Chloe Dougan. I am the resident artist here in Duncairn Culture and Arts Centre. So I'm a fashion designer by trade, but I'm also an artist, maker and a facilitator here in the centre. I graduated from the University of Ulster 3 years ago doing textile art design with fashion, and ever since then I've been doing classes and making bespoke pieces for my clients over the last few years. So it's been a great journey, but it's also had its ups and downs. It's been really stressful, and sometimes, with lack of money or lack of support or lack of help, you really sometimes have these moments when you think, why am I doing this? But the good days sort of outweigh the bad days, and again, this is just what my project, Anxiety and the Artist, is all about. The project is funded by the Arts Council, so I applied to it's called the SIAP Award, it's Individual Artist Funding. So I applied for it last year and I didn't get it, so I was really disheartened, but I thought, you know what, I'll give it another go. And the project this time obviously was closer to my heart, and I felt more passionate about it. So I was really happy when I got the award, and it's enabled me to express all these feelings and all these thoughts that I've had about working by myself, and being an artist that has anxiety and that has to get up and go to work every day and make all the decisions myself. So that was really great to have that funding, that support behind me, and it's allowed me to buy materials for the project and use the machines down in the University of Ulster, the embroidery machines that otherwise I wouldn't have been able to use. So it's been a great opportunity for me. So I called it Anxiety and the Artist because anxiety can come in all shapes and sizes, and for me it maybe isn't some of these symbols that you see for mental health, someone crying or someone stressed out or whatever, but it stresses on a different level, and thoughts that you have when you are alone in your studio trying to make decisions about your business and your art and your design, it's stressful in different levels, and you sort of have to be a jack of all trades. So that's why I called it Anxiety and the Artist, because whatever sort of art form or whatever even job that you're in, there are going to be highs and lows to that job, and sometimes it's just nice to talk about it or express how you're feeling. I started doing research for my project, and after that I found some things that really inspired my work. There's a Japanese art form called kintsugi, and it's about the repairing of broken pottery. So I thought that was really fitting in talking about anxiety and mental health. So the Japanese believed that the piece, once it was repaired, it was repaired with gold and silver, that it was even more beautiful in its sort of fixed state. So I really liked that element about it, and I thought it really applied to my work. So there's elements of that and symbols of that throughout the work. It's all embroidery on leather as well, some hand embroidery and some machine embroidery. So obviously the theme of the work is anxiety. So everyone's anxiety or everyone's idea of mental health is different, so it was quite hard to pick a symbol or an image that everyone could relate to. So I just thought I may as well do images that relate to myself and my journey. So that's why I picked the Japanese art, and there's some images of heart embroidery and sort of good luck symbols and things like that throughout the work as well. Again, just because they relate to me, and they were relevant to my practice. I use leather a lot in my work as well. I like that leather is such good quality, it's soft to touch, and I love the raw edges of it. I use leather because it has almost a sinister meaning. So it's a skin, it's from an animal, it's quite grotesque when you really think about it, but at the same time aesthetically it's this beautiful produce that comes from it. So that's why I chose leather as my medium of work. All the leather skins, I've embroidered on them. I used some hand embroidery techniques and some multi-head machine techniques, such as the machine that I used in the University of Ulster. So I did a lot of hand beating and adding little bits of metal and little small pieces all added on to the leather skins, just to sort of symbolise how things can be broken and repaired, and lots of layers and things are sort of put together. again, just to reflect on the idea of anxiety and it being maybe messy and all over the place, but on the surface it can look totally fine and a person can look normal, pretty, whatever, when there's all this stuff going on underneath. There's lots going on here in the Duncairn Arts Centre, and there was a project a few months ago that was about mental health and suicide awareness, so I took part in that with some of the other people here in and around the centre. So that was great in the sense that we all got to speak in a really comfortable environment about our own issues, our own struggles and our own past that we've had with mental health and anxiety issues, so that gave me a good insight into how other people are feeling about that. There was a photographer there as well, and he said about how, you know, when we think of mental health we see these images of doom and gloom and someone with their head in their hands and, you know, crying or whatever, and that isn't exactly how mental health is to me. It might not be how mental health is to other people, so again it was quite good to get a different perspective of how people see mental health, and it isn't just black and white, it isn't just one image, it's 100 images, it's 100 feelings, and it just depends on the individual person and their individual journey. Yeah, I think just the topic itself with anxiety, it's something that everyone can resonate with and everyone has their own journeys with. So what I spoke about before is that sometimes the image, or when you think of a symbol of anxiety, it maybe won't relate to everyone, but it's important to sort of share my idea and my perspective of it through my artwork. So hopefully people will be able to relate and understand to some of the pieces and some of the symbols that are in the exhibition.